Hello, and thank you for joining us today. My name is James Kwong. I'm the head of product for Unleash Live, and today I'll be taking you through a customer implementation of the Unleash Live platform and the use case analytics for Miami-Dade County Metro. I'll start with a little background on who we are and what we do at Unleash Live. Then delve into the challenges being faced by Miami-Dade County Metro and other transport providers during these difficult times. And then we will talk in more detail about the operational value of the data, the solution, and architecture. We are a vision-based company, a video analytics platform that takes advantage of the proliferation of connected cameras by organizations looking to make faster, more insight-based decisions with the aid of computer vision. Historically, visual inspections have been conducted by people, and if I'm being super honest, we're not very good at it. For more complex analysis, yes, but where we are required for prolonged periods of time to focus and provide accurate assessment of many classes of objects and events, we consistently are now outperformed by computer vision. IoT sensors certainly are useful and play a significant role of tapping into currently unstructured data. But with delivery of live video and computer vision all in the cloud, we can dynamically address many different use cases utilizing the same cameras. At this point, I need to call out the obvious to put your minds at ease. Where we work with people, we anonymize all personally identifiable information. Unleash Live has never been used for facial recognition. We are a platform designed to improve operational workflows with the aid of computer vision and real-time video. Our core proposition is delivering fast insights. Our mission is to turn vision into visual data, measuring the world around us fast. And to do this, we've decoupled the camera that the customer uses from the computer vision software analyzing the footage. So whether it be CCTV cameras, IP cameras, drones, smartphones, or even action cams, we have a super simple method of connecting our completely serverless architecture on the AWS cloud to live stream footage into the customer's account, either over mobile or fixed networks. For simple use cases, customers can self-select computer vision algorithms on our App Store, which we refer to as AI apps. And for more sophisticated implementations, we develop and deploy custom AI apps on the feeds. Our customers principally experience our platform as outputs within their workflows. So whether that's alerts within Slack, SMS, or MS Teams, to live dashboards for Esri customers wishing to visualize their data, to API integration in ERP systems such as Salesforce. As a platform, there is no one specific use case or vertical industry that we focus on. We work with cities and transport authorities all the way through to large infrastructure enterprises conducting power line or wind turbine inspections. Essentially, any use case where delivering visual insights fast has a high value add. With cities and transport, we have seen significant traction, principally for the reasons mentioned. Our customers love us because they can deploy our solution fast and without the need for additional CapEx. They can leverage existing hardware, focus on speed to insights, and flexibility to push structured data into existing systems. Having access to these new data sets allows them to overcome some of the challenges with existing workflows being manual, cumbersome, and not scalable. Miami-Dade County Metro Rail is the primary train system servicing Miami-Dade County. With over 25 miles of track, covering 23 train stations, and operating over 500 cameras to service over 100,000 commuters every single day. Like most cities and organizations, these cameras are often deployed for a small number of use cases, typically safety, surveillance, and reviewing in the case of an incident. Static cameras like these are underutilized and can be supercharged with visual analytics. With the backdrop of COVID-19, transport providers around the world have been hit hard. In some instances, they've completely closed their services down. With Miami-Dade County Metro Rail, they took the smart approach of proactively relieving possible congestion hotspots at ticketing gates, making the service temporarily free. With no gate receipts, the team now had to come up with a new way of accounting for and assessing commuter volumes, as ticketing was the primary method of capturing the commuter traffic moving through the system. Given resource constraints, it is impractical to utilize and deploy ground staff to assist customers and conduct manual counts. This simply isn't a viable option. So what you see here is a fairly standard process that we embark on when we start a new project or scope opportunities with our customers. Our starting point is always about identifying camera locations and camera types, as typically more established customers have a network of device types and often a video management system or a network video recorder. We work with our customers' IT teams and AWS to ensure the highest levels of security protocols so video streams are delivered at a managed bitrate and throughput. Depending on the complexity of a project, connecting cameras takes anywhere from 5 minutes to a couple of hours, pending the outcome of network integrity, connectivity, and speed tests. Once stream tests are conducted and we're satisfied with the stream quality, we deploy the AI algorithm of choice, and in the case of Miami-Dade County, Commuter movement. Over the course of the project, we continuously refine and optimize the algorithm to increase performance accuracy. Processing computer vision algorithms on AWS Architecture allows Unleashed Live to dynamically scale up and down operations as our customer needs can often be in flux. After analysis, we process and clean the data for output in the desired format to meet customer requirements. Every customer is different, and at Unleashed Live, we ensure that the data and insights they require are delivered in the most seamless and effortless manner. Training computer vision algorithms is an iterative process, often requiring hours of footage and thousands of images to train. It's not easy to see what machines see, but here we illustrate the staged evolution of transforming static, ordinary, dumb cameras to smarter cameras without any hardware. We start with raw footage streamed from various station cameras, and in the case of Miami-Dade County, a mix of different locations, angles, resolutions, frame rates, and lighting conditions. Where most computer vision algorithms are trained on scenes that are heavily controlled and often constrained, we excel at adapting our algorithms to a wide range of scenarios. Starting with our base algorithms for detecting and counting crowds, we benchmark our off-the-shelf algorithms to detect people as a starting point. The image in the middle highlights what the machine sees. Every person is identified with a bounding box as they are tracked throughout the scene. We validate the first set of data and results, confirming the right selection of cameras to verify there is no duplication or double counting of people, whilst ensuring complete coverage of entry and exits to the train platforms. By working closely with Miami-Dade County's transportation teams and analyzing the camera footage, we then place bidirectional virtual gates with defined entry and exits to provide useful data. This is a critical step in the process, as most basic people detection models simply identify the presence of people in a scene or count the number of people in the scene. In this instance, this would not be particularly useful, as the city wants to count the number of train commuters, not simply the amount of people who might travel through the station or loiter around the ticket gates or platforms. By combining all these steps, we correlate directional triggers with people identification to generate entry and exit data points in real time. Now let's see it in action. Here, you get a glimpse into the early version of the model at work, with defined in and out zones triggering counts as each person travels from one zone through to the next. The next iteration uses a polygonal line to define the gate for detection, allowing greater flexibility of drawing virtual gates at angles and different orientations, which is particularly useful in scenes where the gates are not directly facing the camera. The deployment of a thinner line for detection improves accuracy, reducing the occurrences of accidental triggering of the virtual gate. This iterative process occurs continuously, constantly improving through multiple rounds of testing with multiple cameras, different angles, resolutions, and approaches. Outputs from Unleashed Live are automatically delivered to customers. In the case of Miami-Dade County, CSV files were automatically pushed through an API to their SFTP servers to be ingested and visualized in Power BI, Tableau, and ArcGIS. This seamless workflow integration removes operational barriers from cities, making it easy for them to adopt new solutions without any changes to business as usual. Data provided in CSV formats allows stakeholders to have full control to analyze the data on both a macro and micro level. This snapshot, taken from Esri's ArcGIS operations dashboard, provides data across all stations of entry and exits of commuters, timestamped to the second. When visualized, patterns begin to emerge, with numbers dipping on weekends and the busiest stations surfacing to the top. Information can easily be extracted, allowing users to select different date ranges and thresholds to understand supply and demand on the train network. When we start to look at the data across multiple months, we begin to have statistically relevant data trends, indicating a slow increase in commuter traffic over the months from May through to September. With the pandemic hitting the East Coast, the county began subsidizing train fares from March 20. Fortunately, Miami-Dade County were quick to respond and began working with Unleash Live at the end of April to implement our solution to begin providing missing commuter data. With the shelter-in-place order in full effect, we observed that over the course of the months, demand for the train network was consistently at approximately 30 to 40% of pre-COVID capacity. Miami-Dade Transit continues to provide an essential service for many who need access to food, jobs, and care during difficult times. The provision of this data enables Miami-Dade County to run supply and demand modeling for citywide transport planning, providing an overview of citizen flow through the city to inform measures and practices for implementing social distance regulations. This is a critical data point used in combination with other multimodal citizen data to better understand the impacts of COVID-19 and assist in recovery efforts. Let's dive a little into how AWS makes this possible. We ingest video and imagery streams from cameras, processed with EC2 services, processing the media stream and splitting across raw streams and AI streams for on-the-fly analytics. As a serverless architecture, we make the most out of AWS flexibility to spin up various EC2 instances depending on customers' AI compute needs. This means we can proactively and reactively ramp up or down cloud computing requirements based on what AI algorithms are required, how many are operating simultaneously, and the complexity of AI processing. Various Lambda functions push media storage into S3 buckets and relevant data into DynamoDB. Amazon Kinesis data stream pushes to analyze metadata through different channels. Depending on the output path and endpoint, a Lambda function pushes to an API gateway for data display and retrieval through our Unleash Live CloudFront and visualization within our progressive web app, enabling users to access their insights and data on any browser or device, with authentication managed by Commuter. To facilitate seamless customer workflows, we use a mix of AWS AppSync for business intelligence integrations with the likes of Power BI, Esri, and Salesforce. Amazon Simple Notification Services is used to push notifications via SMS, email, Slack, and MS Teams to our customers, and Amazon Redshift for data warehousing of all generated outputs. Now, I know this is a simplified description and architecture diagram, but if you want to know more details about how we do it, contact us at Unleash Live. Our work with Miami-Dade County may have started with commuter counting analytics, but as we have demonstrated, the power of visual analytics in the cloud opens up a world of possibilities for customers. In a world with increasing data, more data can often mean more noise. So at Unleash Live, we work closely with our customers to identify high-value use cases. By leveraging the same network of cameras across Miami-Dade County, we have already begun extending the capability of computer vision, switching on more AI apps for the city. People detection is being combined with real-time Metro Mover tram data to provide real-time utilization of the network, showing passenger occupancy across the network of trams as they traverse the city. With the global pandemic still prolific across the United States, anonymized face mask detection and monitoring is helping cities rapidly move beyond anecdotal evidence to structured data for face mask adoption. We are helping to correlate face mask data with COVID case numbers to establish trends and predictions to provide a safer environment for customers and staff to operate in. Our social distance monitoring solution helps identify hotspots on train platforms in cities, not just for data analytics, but to provide alerts and announcements to remind citizens to stay safe. With technology, we are supercharging connected cameras to help solve citywide problems across transportation, planning, safety, and security. I hope this session gave you a good insight into the specific use case applications of computer vision and real-time video with Unleash Live. To learn more about this example or any application you may have in mind, please feel free to reach out to me, James@unleashlive.com. Thanks again for your time.